All right, lastly, let's talk about LA, which is the team that was kind of leading the...
No,
it's not Brant Clark.
No.
Leading the conversation this weekend. What'd you hear from LA?
Spoke to Eric Stevens with The Athletic, and one of the things he said, he'd suspect he'd play on the second pair with Matt Roy. I always want to say Matt Roy.
I know.
I want to go to the French pronunciation, even though he's American. Drew Doughty loves Mikey Anderson as his partner, so I don't think that changes. Some of the salary that they might have to dump, guys like Sean Walker, who is now healthy and can play on the left side, even though he's right-handed. Maybe a guy like Brendan Lemieux. I don't know. It sounds like Clark and Byfield Clark is not involved in the deal. I don't think Byfield is either. So who are the pieces that could be coming back? Guys like Turcotte or Spence, and then whether it's a first-round pick this year or next year. I don't think the Kings would be willing to trade both of those, and they wouldn't have to if they're giving up a prospect. I've made this point over and over again, but people are still hung up on it's got to be 2 first-round draft picks. It could be a first-round draft pick or a guy who was drafted in the first round that the Coyotes like, not just, he was drafted in first round so we can toss him. It matters how the Coyotes feel about him, obviously, but it's sort of that level of player, right? So if you're looking at 2 first, you could say, okay, 1 first-round pick and a guy who was taken in the first round that the Coyotes like, and then throw in that other prospect, the second-round pick or prospect of that level. Bill Armstrong is not set on one way to do this deal. You can't be as a GM. You have to be flexible and listen to different types of offers and then assess whether you feel it's requisite value.
I don't mind this fit for them right now, and a couple reasons. I think LA has a mix of old and young, so they are rebuilding on the fly. So I think they are planning to be good for the short term. Their scoring by defenseman is way down there. 18th in the league by scoring by defense. This is a team that helps. You look back when they had Alec Martinez and when Drew Doughty was providing more offense. Yeah. This is a team that has been known for being able to provide offense from the defense, and they're not doing it this year. I mean, Drew Doughty's not putting up the kind of numbers he's put up in the past. Drew Doughty has 3 goals right now. So I think they're a team that could get the added help from adding some offense on the back end. You talked about Roy, and I think his numbers are great. He's got 7 goals already this year, the same as Chychrun does. So I think he provides that. But the other problem LA's having right now is they're having problems keeping the puck out of the net. They're 11th from the bottom in goals against per game. So they need
suggesting something?
They need to defend better.
Oh, I thought you were suggesting a goalie.
Well, no, they need to defend. Their goaltending is a problem. Yep. It has been. And they thought Peterson was the answer. That wasn't the answer. They cut Quick was on his way out, and he's become, they're having issues at the back end. So does Jakob Chychrun help provide a two-way player that provides the little bit of offense and can help them defend a little bit better? I think he does. We talked about the issue with them right now is I'm not sure the desperation is there enough to give the return that Bill Armstrong needs to get out of the LA Kings. I know we've talked about a lot of their assets. I think that there is more of a desperation on the Edmonton Oilers' part that is willing to part with future assets.
Or the Maple Leafs.
That's what I mean, in the East and the West.
Yeah.
I think both of the 2 Canadian teams are willing to part with more of their future for the win now mentality, whereas I think LA is already rebuilding on the fly, and I'm not sure they're willing to give up the assets that Bill is looking for. I think it's a good fit. I think on the team in this lineup, I think Chychrun looks good in LA. I do. I think that he can help move the puck up the ice quicker. I think I like them with Kevin Fiala on that team now, and Jakob Chychrun still playing a significant role. They have the young players that have speed. I think Chychrun fits.
Yeah.
I just don't know if the assets can come back the Coyote way.
This would be the first time you'd be happy that the Coyotes were not in the Pacific Division, so they wouldn't have to see them that many
all
times.
The time.
Yeah.
Right?